ก็พอดีมาชอบสวนฝรั่งครับอันนี้ก็ไปด้วยไม่น่าหมดใช่หรอ
The Phuket Vegetarian Festival happens just once a year, and it's not just about going vegetarian for 9 days and 9 nights. It's fireworks, it's self-mutilation, some blood, big crowds, processions, and every morning. We wanted to know more about the Phuket Vegetarian Festival, so we followed one guy for one day for as long as we could. Now before we move ahead, we want to warn you that some of what you're about to see might not be suitable for some viewers. We're with Dan at a small temple in Phuket town, where the festivities have already gotten underway. It's early, so Dan is helping other masangs or spirit mediums by, well, take a look. These acts of self-mutilation are an important part of the Phuket Vegetarian Festival and has many meanings. Originally, the participant would become a spirit medium as a way of becoming a vessel for people's sins, and the self-mutilation is a way of atoning for those sins. Over the years, it's evolved to also become a show of strength to prove their deep devotion, although older practitioners frown on that. The individual chooses the object and how many of it will penetrate their body, whether it's in the cheeks, ears, or other areas of the body. While a majority of spirit mediums are men, some women do take part. As an experienced masang, Dan is in a unique position to not only administer the poking, for lack of a better word, but also receive it himself. It's now time for Dan to join in. He begins the ritual, calling on the spirits to take over his body and mind. Spirit mediums, known as masangs, they say they're chosen earlier in life with a spiritual awakening of some kind, an encounter in a dream, or any other reason. They say one or more of the 9 emperor gods choose certain people for a variety of reasons. There's also a sense of duty in being a masang, because many of them get asked to carry out the ritual in the name of someone who is sick or elderly, on death's door, and this helps bring about spirits that can heal the person who is sick. Many followers believe that being a masang makes your life shorter but more fulfilling. He's surrounded by friends and other parishioners of his temple who help administer the self-mutilation. Everyone wears the traditional white, a color of innocence and peace. Once he's ready, Dan gets up and joins the procession through the streets of Phuket town. Most of the year, Phuket town is quiet, with some tourists and locals out enjoying the quaint streets surrounded by Sino-Portuguese architecture. But during the Vegetarian Festival, they turn into the loudest firecracker display imaginable, complete with the sounds of spirit mediums, religious chants, and yells from the crowd. The firecrackers are meant to scare away evil spirits and welcome the good spirits from above. It's also a way to thank the good spirits, and they're thrown into the crowd with reckless abandon by anyone and everyone. Along the route of the procession, businesses and locals set up tables in front of their homes or shops with offerings for the masangs, and in return, blessings are dished out. Some masangs pick up any offerings, like candy and fruit, all to redistribute them to others. everyone heads to Phuket town's Sapanhin district, a large recreational area next to the Andaman Sea on the east side of Phuket. It's said that the spirits come to Masangs over a body of water, and Sapanhin is perfectly located for this. Some spirit mediums have already arrived, ready to give blessings. The rest are now arriving, and pretty soon the beach area is packed. A ceremony is now taking place with high priests leading the whole thing, surrounded by Masangs. Nearby is a Chinese Buddhist temple. This is where some of the Masangs have their piercings taken out, safely, and finally fall out of the trance. It can be a bit tricky to take out the swords and daggers, which is why medical volunteers from the Kusodom Rescue Foundation stand by to provide medical support. They say it takes about a week for the wounds on the cheeks to heal. About 1% of spirit mediums develop infections as a result of their activities, although it largely depends on the size of the wound. If that's the case, then it's on to the hospital. It wouldn't be a vegetarian festival without the food, and that's why all the temples provide free food for anyone and everyone. It's an important part of the culture. Right after the festivities are done, the temple feeds the volunteers, Masangs, and everyone else who's hungry. The community comes together for the festivities and shares a meal right after it's all done. Rice, soups, curried vegetables, and other dishes are given out. After everything is settled and done, it's time to clean it all up. The local municipality teams up with the temples and a private operator to provide sanitation services, and this means cleaning up the entire mess left behind. A budget of 320,000 Thai baht, or just under $10,000, it's all used to hire a staff of 150 people and covers the cost of the equipment, fuel, wages, food for staff, and sanitation vehicles under the Health and Environment Department. Teams of 10 rotate on a given day with 4 garbage trucks. Temple volunteers also help out. Each day, the morning and nighttime processions leave tons of trash, but it's all cleaned up for the next day ahead. 9 days and 9 nights in total. It's a cycle that happens every year, and we can't wait for the next one.